Ditch the girls trip. Don't go nowhere with your friends. Go somewhere by yourself. All right. So me personally, I've been going places by myself for a few years now. I took my very first international trip back in May for my birthday. I went to the Cayman Islands and I had a blast. And I've done a few of them within my country. I made a video probably about a year and some time ago, and I was encouraging anybody watching, man or woman, that if you want to take a solo trip, please do that. Don't let anybody discourage you, hold you back. Don't operate in fear. You will be fine. Use common sense, have the money, get educated about where you're going, and 9 times out of 10 you will be all right. Nothing is perfect, of course, but for the most part, if you just do what I tell you to do and you use common sense, you will be okay. So I'm not gonna get into that because I made a video about that a while ago, but today I want you guys to know, if you are a woman, that it is best for you to take a trip by yourself, or at least with a partner like a boyfriend or a husband, and to consider not going on trips with your friends. I know you love your homegirls, I love mine too, but it is best for you to just go on a trip by yourself. And the reason that I say that is because it's so many videos out here on TikTok and YouTube. I've watched a lot of compilation videos about Miami girls trips and about how they like end up going so sour and they fail so bad. I seen this one Facebook post one time a few years ago. It was funny. It said, why when y'all come back from Miami, why y'all don't be why y'all don't be friends no more? I can give my theory as to why I believe that they don't work. I have a few points. I didn't write this down or anything like that. I'm just going off the top of my dome. But I think that the #1 reason that women's trips don't typically work is because of money. In order to do anything in life, y'all know, everybody grown. I hope you're grown if you're watching this video. You need to have money. I'm not gonna say you need to have lots of it, but you need to have money. Y'all please ignore that plane sound. I'm sitting in my car right now because like this is giving me the best lighting right now. I'm not gonna sit outside because it's freaking hot. So yeah, but anyway, you need to have money to go anywhere. You need to have money for your flight, your hotel, your excursions, your food, Uber or Lyft, or a rental car if you're taking that, unless where you're going is like really walkable and you don't plan on leaving the area. And also for shopping. I noticed in like a lot of these videos that I've watched that a lot of these women come on these trips being broke already, and that's a no-no. That's a no-no. Do not go nowhere with no money. You will regret it. I've seen typically in these stories where the friends, some friends will come with money and some won't have anything. And they'll fake pretend during the planning stage that they have money, you know, oh girl, I got everything planned out, just let me know when we need to book X, Y, and Z, And then when it's time to come book the flight or book the hotel, oh, it's like, oh, well, can you let me borrow such and such, or oh, I don't have it. But it's like a lot of these trips, well, I know how women are, and we're really good planners. So I know that typically when trips are brought up from whoever is the person who initiates the trip, that the person is typically like a really good planner and they plan months in advance. I know sometimes people do like last minute trips and stuff like that, but for the most part, these trips that people be taking with their friends, they be planned out months in advance. So for a lot of women, it's like your friends be done already told you about it. You've had months to like plan, save up your money, and budget. And then when it comes to the trip, they don't have it. But they don't say that though. They fake pretend like they have it, knowing that they don't have it. Ask their friends to borrow money. Or when they get down there, they will want the friend to spot them, let them borrow some money while they're down there, or promise to pay her back for their half of the hotel room. And yeah, good luck if they actually pay it back. Or they'll have their friend paying for their food. And you know, when it comes to being like friends, people don't mind helping their friends out. A real friend ain't gonna mind like helping their friend out, because I don't mind helping my friends out at all, or family. Don't try to use anybody, and don't fake pretend like you have money when you don't. And I think that's a lot of problems that end up happening, is that people don't have money. And then when it comes to like going on certain excursions and going shopping, if y'all want to start in stop in a few stores, or going to like these nice restaurants, they don't have the money, and they'll be mad and have a poor attitude because they don't have the money. But that's your fault, because you were told sometimes months in advance about the trip. You had time to save, and you still got down there and you didn't have no money. You didn't have no money to eat. You didn't have no money to get into none of the nice clubs. You didn't have any money to shop if you wanted to. And have you thinking for all the months in advance, like, okay, like, you know, money ain't a problem. And then you get down there to the trip, it's like, oh girl, well, I don't have enough money on my Cash App card, and I asked my boyfriend to send some money and he didn't, or let me ask my mama really quick. And then sometimes their family don't want to send them anything because they know how they are, or either they're just downright lying and they never ask anybody for help, period. They just want you to help them by saying, oh, well, they didn't send it to me, I don't know what happened, or I don't know what's wrong with my debit card. Girl, you know. Number 2, as to why I believe that these trips don't work, is downright pure jealousy. Actually, I should have made that number 1. Well, okay, whatever. Okay, jealousy. A lot of these women are secretly jealous and in competition with their friends, and they've always been this way. And you won't, sometimes you won't really see it when y'all are in y'all's hometown, but when y'all get out of town, and you know, when people go out of town, you dress your best, you look your best. You're out of town, you know, you're not like in that small country town that you're from. Like you're in Miami, you're in Los Angeles, you're in New York, you're in Dubai. You know, you're somewhere nice, and you do your hair the best, you do your makeup the best, your nails the best. Like you show out anytime, but this time you do it times 10. And then y'all in cities and stuff like that, and y'all coming across different kinds of men, and y'all are in clubs and bars, and all these fine men with money, you know, approaching certain friends, then other ones they don't look at or they don't give no attention to. A lot of women's friends already be jealous of them anyway, and secretly don't like them, already have animosity, and either they don't see it at first or they ignore it and they think it's not that bad. And then when they go on these trips with these friends and these girls start showing that they're really a hater, but you gotta spend 5 or 6 more days with a hater in the same hotel room, yeah, that can cause like a lot of tension. It can end up getting violent, it can end up getting aggressive, and you don't want any of that. So if you have a friend and you feel like they're like a little jealous of you, even just a little bit, do not plan a trip with them. Go by yourself, okay? Because if you go on a solo trip, you don't have to worry about nobody hating, nobody like making slick remarks, nobody trying to embarrass you in front of dudes or nothing like that. Nobody walked in the bathroom like, ooh, why you got on all that makeup, or oh, you don't need to do all that, we just go ahead. Like, you don't have to hear none of that crap when you go somewhere by yourself. All right, jealousy can take a person out, as we've seen like with a lot of these girls trips, like with Shanquilla and her friends. Like, sometimes you never know how people feel about you until you're in a certain setting, and then it just comes out, and it comes out in, you know, full mode, and you're like, you know, where's this coming from? Like, I thought we were better than that. And yeah, a lot of times people just be haters really bad, and they don't like to see you get complimented. They don't like to see you look your best. They don't like that if y'all go to a Louis store or a Chanel store that you can pay for so many items and they don't have it. They don't like it that, you know, guys is wanting to like take them shopping while y'all are down there. Watch out for the jealous ones, because yeah, they will ruin the whole entire trip and ruin the entire friendship overall. Number 3. A third reason for why I believe that women's trips don't work is because everyone is different. I have never been on a girls trip like with friends, but I went with my cousins a few years ago. We went to Las Vegas like in 2017, and I shouldn't say this, but I mean, I was so ready to get away from them, y'all. I love my family to death with all my heart, but they got on my nerves. And what I had realized is everyone is different, and everyone has their own ways of doing things. And that's okay, but when it comes to doing a trip, or we have to plan things out together, we have to make decisions together, we have to stay together, you can't be selfish, because this is a group effort. That's when a lot of things get difficult, because you have people who make good decisions, ones who make okay decisions, and ones who make just downright horrible decisions. And if we're all in a group and we need to make a group decision together, like taxis or Ubers, or where are we going to eat, or you know, how late are we going to stay at this place, or what places are we going to, or when should we leave out the hotel, when should we all wake up in the morning to do X, Y, and Z. That's a tough one, and everyone is so different that everyone has their own ways of doing things and planning things and carrying things out, that y'all can like bump heads and collide a lot. And I realized that with my cousins. Like when we went to Las Vegas, I just did not like how they were going about planning out certain things and stuff, because it's not how I would do it. And I'm not saying that my way is the best way. I'm definitely not like a, you know, my way or the highway type of person. I'm very easy to get along with. I'm gonna go with the flow kind of person, but I don't like stupid stuff. Like I don't like the whole getting drunk and then walking off with random guys, like, and then we don't know where you are and we can't find you and we're calling you and we're texting and now we can't find you. I can't stand stuff like that. Like I'm all for having fun, but I'm all for having fun responsibly. On girls trips, you always got different types of people. You got that one person who wants to stay in a hotel the whole time or just stay at the beach. You got that one person who gets drunk and just in the club sloppy, getting y'all kicked out or you can't even get in. They're going off with random dudes and you don't know where they are. They won't pick up their phone. Then you got that one person that's stuck on their boyfriend and stuff, and they can't have a good time because them and their boyfriend are at odds, and they on the trip crying and the guy breaking up with them on the trip. You got that person that's like easy going, just, you know, go with the flow. They don't really care what you kind of do, you know, as long as like they feel safe and stuff. That's the kind of person I am. Like I'm gonna go with the flow person as long as I feel safe and I feel heard. Then you got that one person who's like super selfish. Everything is all about them. It's either their way or no way at all. They'll have the attitude if they can't get things their way. Typically like a bossy person, like, oh yeah, we got to do it like this and got to do it like this. They're not open to hearing other people's opinions about how things should be done. Sometimes they'll just like ditch you and leave or won't go because they can't get things to be exactly their way. I don't like people like that because it's not all about you. This is a group effort, like I just said. And yeah, everyone has their own ways of doing things. Everybody was raised different. Everyone plans and schedules things out different. And yeah, that was tough because when I went out with my cousins, I didn't know that I had never been on a girls trip with them, you know, so I didn't know how they carried on about doing certain things, and it was so aggravating and so annoying. And I just remember when I came home, and this is no disrespect to my cousins, I love my family, but when I came home, I remember telling my mama, I was like, Mama, I'm so glad I'm back. I said, Mama, they got on my nerves. And I was just telling her like everything that they was doing that I just didn't like, and I'm sure that there was things that I did that they didn't like, you know. So everybody has their own way of doing things, and their way may not be the way that you think is best, and that's tough to do because in your everyday life you do things how you want to do. Or, you know, also in your everyday life, you and your friends are not hanging out all the time. Y'all are not going out of town and having to worry about where we're going to go and how we're going to do that. Because sometimes, like, for the most part, most people might link up on the weekends, and that's something simple and easy. You know, everybody get there when they get there. You have fun for however long you want to. Then everybody go their own separate ways when it's time for it to be over. But on a girls trip, you can't do that. We have to all be okay with doing the same things. We all got to get up at a certain time. We all got to go to the same places for the most part. If one person goes to the bathroom, the other person goes to the bathroom, and some people don't want to do that. They want to like go off and do their own thing, or they don't want to have the other person's back. We come together, we stay together. That's the rule. A lot of people don't follow that. I do, because I care about women and I look out for women's safety, and then we're Black women on top of that. Nobody really cares about us the way that other races of women get cared for, so we have to take extra care of ourselves and extra precautionary measures than anybody else, because the cops are not going to be that fast to look for us if we go missing or something like that. You know what I'm saying? That's for all women, but definitely for Black women, because our situation is very unique. Women, we all have our attitudes sometimes, and our what's the word, like our mood swings and stuff like that. You know, it's like, oh, I get mad, I'm not gonna talk to you or whatever. And on trips, I mean, you can't do that, like, because we're here together and we're here to have a good time. You have to put your feelings to the side. But sometimes, like, when those mood swings kick in, or somebody do something that you just don't like, or they say something out the way, it can just sour the trip. And y'all know how us women are. It's like, we get mad, we just don't want to talk. Like, don't talk to me, I don't know you, get out my face. And I know it's immature, but I mean, that's just how we are at times. Like, you piss me off, like, get out my face. I was telling somebody one time, I was like, I bet men's trips are so easy. I bet they don't argue, they don't get into it, they don't disagree about nothing. I guarantee they just go on their trips for like a little week, go find some girls to hang out with, go out to eat, and come right back, and they still be friends. I say all that to say, I'm not trying to say never ever go on a girls trip, but for the most part, y'all, yeah, don't. if you have a good set of girlfriends who are easy to get along with, and everybody has good personality, good character, good habits, a girls trip would be excellent, you know. And it can be a way to like bond with your friends and bring you guys closer. But the reality is that most women trips are not that great. Some, but it's rare, and that's why I encourage everyone to go on a solo trip. You will be okay. Sorry y'all, my camera cut off. But for the most part, you will be okay. If you are a type of person that enjoys your own company and you don't have like any like deep-rooted issues or issues with like self-esteem or confidence or loneliness problems, you will be okay. Like me, I can do this because I don't mind being alone. I love being to myself. I'm an introvert anyway, so I spend a lot of time by myself. I can do things alone and not feel bad, but I know that everybody can't do it, and I'm not gonna knock nobody because there's always room for self-improvement. Everyone has a story. Everyone was brought up different. Everyone in general is just different, and I know that a lot of women and men too, you know, have issues with loneliness. They can't do anything alone. I recall one time my cousin, she told me, she was like, Shayna, I'm so jealous of you because you can always do things by yourself and go out by yourself and not have to have a group. And I was like, dang, like I never thought that was anything to like praise or uplift. Apparently it takes a lot of confidence to be able to do that, and everyone can't do that. Everyone can't do things alone, and I can't do everything alone. Like me personally, I don't think I could go to a club by myself because I'm so shy and I always feel like I need somebody there that I know to talk to. I've never done it before. Actually, I have done it before, but that's another story. So I'm not always the best at doing everything alone, but for the most part, I can do things by myself. And if you are a person and you are battling loneliness or something like that, just know that you'll be okay. It takes time, it takes work, but you will be able to do it. If you struggle with it that much, then please seek out some counseling or a therapist to help you with those issues, because you got to live life. You only get one life, and once it's over, it's over. And don't wait for nobody to do anything. Don't take these shady friends anywhere with you. Well, first off, you shouldn't have any shady friends anyway. But y'all can take these trips by yourself and you can be 100% okay. Just be okay with having your own company and you'll be fine. And even besides then, whenever you travel somewhere, you will always meet new people. I'm a shy person and I don't open my mouth that much. I'm very introverted, and every time I go somewhere, I always meet people. Always. Because I know that when I go out, whether it's to like a restaurant or walking the strip or to the beach, somebody's gonna always say something. Someone's gonna always say something, you know, hey, how you doing? Or I like your outfit, or you're really pretty, or have you tried the such and such? People will always make recommendations. You'll always find someone to talk to anyway, unless you just sit in the hotel room by yourself the whole time. Don't do that. But if you go out and you mix and mingle with people that are locals, or other people that are on a trip just like you will meet other people. You can even meet other people to link up with. Be safe though. Be safe when you do that. But you can find people that you can link up with, and they can be like, hey girl, you know, there's a day party at such and such, or hey, me and my friends are going to like this boat party, hey, you want to come? Sometimes people will even invite you, so sometimes you don't even have to do everything alone. But yeah, my camera's about to die. I can see it flashing up there. Yeah, so ditch the girls trip and go by yourself. You will be okay if you just listen to everything that I told you to do. You don't need other people, and sometimes other people can take you down and they can put you in a worse situation by going with them. So go by yourself, trust your instincts, use common sense, have money, be secure within yourself, and you will ace any solo trip that you go on. Okay, bye y'all.